Hello, you're very welcome to the Women's Rugby Pod, episode 177. Short, sharp pod this week, just with all the news coming at you, have to come at you weekly. There's so much going on, so much to let you know about, but a short, sharp pod letting you know about all the news from around the world. We've got Sevens news, results from France, English results, Celtic Challenge. That came to a close over the weekend. We've got international results as well. Plenty of Pacifica, Super Rugby El Picky. All the news coming at you, and moves from Rugby Union to Rugby League down in New Zealand. No Sadia or burnout today, Sally. Yep, Sadia in camp, very busy preparing for the Six Nations. And yeah, we're going to rev ourselves up to the Six Nations. So a short, sharp pod, as I say, today. Let's start here in England. It was a super powered weekend in the PWR. All 4 matches shown live, all played at main stadia. 2 were live on TNT. The other 2 were streamed on Saturday. It kicked off with Gloucester up against Exeter from Kingsholm. It's a rerun of last year's final, and again Gloucester Hartbury made it 12 from 12, 31-24 the final score. Exeter coming away with 2 crucial points. Saturday early evening at Trailfinders Sports Ground, Ealing Trailfinders hosted Bristol, going down 38 points to 10. Then on Sunday, Saracens beat Leicester 54-19, pulled away in the last quarter really in that one. And closing out the weekend, it was Loughborough Lightning against Sale at Franklin's Gardens, which Sardi's African Violets thumped 38-15. So Gloucester Hartbury extend their lead, as I say, 12 from 12 now on 59 points. Saracens in second, 9 points adrift, but they do have a game in hand. Exeter hang on to third spot on 42, with Bristol nipping at their heels on 41. Loughborough Lightning not out of it mathematically. This same can be said for Harlequins. Both played 11 on 27 and 22 points respectively. This weekend, round 13, the live games on Friday night. Gloucester Hartbury back at Kingsholm, take on Harlequins at 7:45. Do get yourself down there, get your tickets down there. If not, you can catch it on TNT. On Saturday, 2 o'clock, big day up at Sale Sharks as they play Ealing Trailfinders at Salford Community Stadium. Do get down there, support the girls. It's the best way of showing your interest in women's rugby. It's going to be a big day up at Sale, and we wish them all the best with that. At 2:30, Exeter hosts Loughborough Lightning. At 3 o'clock, Saracens are in Bear Country facing Bristol. Other news for the PWR, Bryony Cleal has left Harlequins by mutual consent. And just breaking, literally as I'm coming on to record now, she is re-signed back at Saracens. We'll discuss that move with the girls next week. But here's Rory with the rest of the news from around the world.
Thank you, Johnny. Those superpowered games over the weekend were great. I loved being at the Stone X Stadium for the Saracens match and meeting some of the players. I'm Rori Taylorson from Weybridge Vandals Valkyries, and here's the news from the rest of the world. It was announced this week the venues for the WXV 2024 tournaments. Again, WXV3 will be hosted in Dubai. WXV2 again in South Africa, which is certainly a popular choice with the players. WXV1 will go to North America, Canada to be exact. Meanwhile, the Netherlands versus Colombia qualifier for the WXV3 is set for the 16th of March in Amsterdam. The LA Sevens swept yet another New Zealand versus Australia final, and it was the Black Fern Sevens who came out on top. Michaela Blyde scoring a hat-trick, helping her side to the 29-14 victory. USA picked up the bronze over Sophie Del Goody's Canada. Ireland were beaten to 7th by Brazil, and Team GB finished up 10th. So after 5 events, it's Australia who lead the way, but only just. The green and gold only have a 4-point lead over New Zealand, both having won 2 titles. France are in third, 12 points adrift, with USA in 4th. Ireland in 6th and GB in 8th, just 1 point ahead of Brazil, who sit in their relegation spot of 9th. Just to explain, after the next 2 rounds, the bottom 4 place nations will play off against top 4 from the Challenger Series for a place in next year's series. Despite the Wolfhounds being declared champions of the Celtic Challenge last week, there was still rounds to play at the weekend. Parky Scarlets was the venue for both games. Clovers and Edinburgh saw a 12-all draw, while Britain Thunder beat Gwalia Lightning 30 points to 5. Huge congratulations to the Irish side, the Wolfhounds! Pinia Pacifica, the side formed by World Rugby and Rugby Australia, consisting of players from Samoa and Tonga, were in action again at the weekend against the ACT Brumbies, who are using the game as a pre-season warm-up for the Super Rugby W. It was another defeat, following on from the 17-7 loss to the Queensland Reds, but some great rugby was played. Final score was 32-19. Over to France, the Elite are feminine. In Pool 1, Lille beat Stade Francais 16-5. Stade Boulay won at Montpellier, but only 8-0 it finished. Great to see the Boulay players watching the PWR on their bus trip. Bobigny lost 12-49 to ASA Roquemont. In Pool 2, it was Pau 7, Grenoble 14. Stade Rennais lost to Lyon 10-37 and Toulouse beat Blagnac 17-11. So Stade Boulay remain perfect with 9 from 9, 6 points ahead of Roquemont. In Pool 2, it's Blagnac in second, with Stade Toulousain out front 12 points clear. Now a huge break until the middle of May. Super Rugby Apiki was back at the weekend, and what a start! We'll be getting regular updates from a special correspondent in New Zealand as the season goes on. Watch this space. For now, round 1. Chiefs Manoa beat Hurricanes 46-24. Matatu lost at home to Blues Women 17-24. Next week, the Blues Women face the Chiefs Manoa Saturday night at 2:05 p.m. And at 4:35 p.m, Hurricanes Poa made their first appearance of the season up against Matatu. One of XV's test results over the weekend. Germany beating Belgium 36-17. This is to be confirmed, but the first ever South American qualifier for the World Cup between Colombia and Brazil is reported to be on June 29th. Back here in England over the weekend, the annual Varsity match between Cambridge University and Oxford University. It was the light blue of Cambridge that were triumphant, 10 points to 5. I'll be back next week as we build up to the Six Nations. But that's all from me. Back to you, Johnny.
I'm Rachel Taylor, and you're listening to the Women's Rugby Pod.
Yeah, great to see Pinia Pacifica getting up and running, giving those opportunities to those girls. We'll just finish up with Stacey Wacker, the Blackburn star, winner of not one but 2 World Cup gold medals and Olympic and Commonwealth golds as well, has signed for rugby league side Brisbane Broncos. She will make the move after the Paris Olympics when the games conclude in late July. Hopefully that's not a trend that accelerates with players. There have been reports the Italian Rugby Federation have not renewed the players' contracts that expired on the 31st of December. We are hearing there's going to be an announcement next week, I believe. The reason given is that the council did not meet in January and February. Let's hope that situation gets resolved very quickly. As I say, I am hearing that there is going to be an announcement next week with some positive news we hear, but just rumours. And hopefully that gets resolved, as we say. Holly Cunningham, congratulations to you. 100 Premiership appearances. Backs it all up with an England squad call-up as well. Not a bad few days for the second row. We've got to wish well to Lucy Mulhull, the Ireland 7-star who's carried off the field in Los Angeles. We wish you well and a speedy recovery. Of course, the Olympics not far away, so hopefully she can get back. Staying with sevens, France 7 stalwart Chloe Pell hit the 50 tournament mark over the weekend. Congratulations to her and to Australia's Charlotte Caslick, who reached that in Vancouver the weekend before. Shani Williams also hit the half century in LA, a pioneer on and off the field. There's not many who can be considered world class in 15s and 7s. So yeah, friend of the pod, Shani Williams, well done to you. Olympics ahead. Should be a very exciting time for you, but congratulations. Another one firmly in that bracket, isn't she? Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe now, the Blackfern, also reached the 50 tournament mark out in LA, and Taylor Nathan Wong, now Taylor King, became the all-time record point scorer in Sevens history as well. So huge congratulations to those two Black Ferns Sevens players. Sinead Harris has retired from rugby. Got a top goal, didn't she, in her last game? Scored a try, won the derby match of the weekend. Congratulations to her. What an outstanding performance from her for many, many years. The real heartbeat of that Welsh side. We'll give a little nod to Sinead Harris with Berna and Sadia next week. But an outstanding servant to Welsh rugby. And yeah, someone they could just hang their hat on for many years. Her determination in the red shirt. And also just to link back in with you viewers and listeners out there in the world. We do put a lot of effort into this pod, and hopefully it's a useful little snippet of the news from around the world. We obviously can't cover absolutely everything, but we do our best. But got a couple of messages of late which we just wanted to share with you, and which are really gratefully received, I have to say. I think that's why it's so enjoyable. You can tell everyone who's involved does it because they love women's rugby and want it to succeed. And also, just a quick note to say how much we enjoy the pod. Great to listen to and keep in touch with what's going on in the female rugby. Keep up the good work. Special shout out to Mansfield under 16 and Yorkshire DPP. And off the back of that, we must welcome to the family, the WRP family, members of Little Rock Women's Rugby in Arkansas in the US and Chacas Osiletos Rugby Club in Thundi, Namaka in Colombia. Hopefully I've said that right. But welcome to the family, guys. It's great to know that we're reaching virtually every corner of the globe. So welcome on board. I hope you enjoy it. Look, we're back next week, leading into the Six Nations. We're going to have loads and loads of coverage. It's the launch next week, and we're going to be speaking to lots and lots of people. Bernard and Sadia will be back next week with a guest as well. Thanks to Rory, thanks to Tom in the background doing your bits and pieces. Till next week, stay safe.